Hello and welcome to part 5 of this Sculpting a Miniature series. In the last part we began to get stuck into some of the finer details of the model, while still refining some of the bigger shapes. Let's start by adding more detail to the collar. Symmetry has been removed now in an attempt to make it look a little more natural. The snake hook can be used to curl it outwards and draw sharp to cut in and pull out areas. Time to shape the hair further. By duplicating the hair, we can scale and rotate to form additional strands. Onto some general detailing, using the crease, pinch and draw sharp tools to define parts. Remember, you can use the D key now to switch between objects quickly while in or outside of sculpt mode. Cutting in at the sleeve like this really helps emphasize the shape when printing later on. Upping the detail further on the bow will help us when using the scrape tool to get some nice clean edges. If the flow of an edge gets a little wonky, it can be corrected using the grab or snake hook. Crease under the arms is good for pinching and deepening this area. This can be reversed by holding control to pinch and sharpen areas too, like around the chest. Using a large draw brush and holding shift activates the smooth brush. This can be used to correct the hair point when the geometry gets a little warped. Hitting the forward slash brings you into a view with only the active object. Then you can focus better on this area. Using inflate and draw sharp, we can separate this part of the hair into two. This miniature will be printed at around 45mm in scale.
The ear will be very small in this instance, so we need to give it a very bold and readable shape.
Let's add some additional clothing to the right side. By selecting the right leg and torso, then duplicating, we can hit Ctrl J to combine these objects. Here you can see that the normals have been flipped on one object, but as before we can simply remesh to fix this. If after using Ctrl J you notice some of the other objects jump around in position, this is because they were parented to one of those objects and now confused about what position they should be in space. To fix this, ensure you unparent any children to those objects before joining them together. Masking out an area, then using Mask Slice to new object is a nice way to separate two areas of a mesh.
The crease brush can create some nice clothing folds on the waistcloth. I still have a lot of trouble understanding the way materials fold. but with a little practice and study of references, you can get something which looks convincing.